Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Transport Fever 2. Coming at you with more of our Dedication Island series. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. We are in Steel Town. That's right, our very own Steel Town right here on Dedication Islands. It's Curryburg. We're making the steel and we're shipping it out. Looking real good. Today, on this episode of Dedication Islands, we are going to get down to business with the Harbours. That's right. We are going to make some big, old, beautiful harbors. This is actually the first recording I've done since the live stream just a couple of days ago. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And during that, I was hoping to actually get around to making the harbors up and getting them going nicely. And I was unable to find the time. Just could not do it. We got lots done, but the last thing on the agenda was to get to the harbors, and we didn't get there. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can't slap in some real nice fancy harbors. We're going to do the major harbor here in Rangerton, get it going. Hopefully we can get it to where it needs to be forever, but you know we'll get it as good as we can. We also would like to go over here. The main thing I'd like to do is I'd like a nice big harbor in Dediopolis. And there's a couple harbors I'm going to need over here. One that would be kind of a direct access for Shepland for passenger. So maybe possibly a small little harbor down in here that could give access just for passenger stuff like that. So we could actually ship, for instance, have a ferry line across to Dediopolis would make a lot of sense. But the main one as well also is we are going to be shipping both goods and fuel for Dediopolis down this train line, and it's going to break off right in here and come into a harbor that's gonna live somewhere in here, and then of course it'll just get shipped across. So we need to get all the infrastructure up for all that kind of stuff. And if we have time, more harbors could include. We're gonna need harbor eventually over in here, or maybe a couple. I'm also going to. We'll probably use this harbor to ship this oil out. And we're going to need to upgrade the harbor in Henduniapolis big time. So maybe we can get around to upgrading that one. That's probably the next one on the agenda for sure. And that's about it. So let's just jump right in. First things first, we want to. I think we go ahead and just delete this. There's not really any reason to have that in there right now. Even the location of this train station is probably going to change. I think the harbor will actually live. Will probably live right along here, and then into here, like almost like an L shape maybe. And so what I'll probably end up doing is actually having the rail, having a train station right here that would actually come right up into there and get rid of that. And then potentially, I'm not really sure. I think what I'm probably going to do is there'll be a road system that comes out of the harbor and will come over into here. And then somewhere in here, potentially, that's a dead end down there, isn't it? Yeah. I don't know if I want to move those around or not. How much is this going? Yeah, they're kind of evened out now. Because what we want to do is maybe I put it here, and then I have to figure out a way to make sure that the other two goods factories still connect directly. I should have put it just a straight road through here and then to all this in, but Maybe that's worth doing it. Maybe in the future I'll figure out a way to get that changed. Because what we're going to want to do is probably just have the fuel that lands here. We might just have trucks bring it over in this way somewhere. And I don't see any way. There's a possibility I could get a road. What do you think the odds are we could get a road? Sorry, right in here. Yeah, there is actually. Potentially. Yeah, we could get a road to connect there. So if we were to do a road right down here and just have it just kind of dive in and connect, we could do a truck stop here. And then basically we could just have a road that came over here and dropped off the fuel here and just basically truck the fuel into here. We could actually even potentially put the truck stop like right here at the end. Make it look like it's kind of part of the train station a little bit and just have it dive in. In fact, if I'm looking at this right, there's actually a room. Yeah, there is. There's actually room for one more here. One more there. So what that would actually allow... Oh, you know, wait. Whoa. Just a sec. Just a sec. Did I just see that right? Collision. What's that colliding with? Doesn't like that. That's the end of the rail, maybe. Because when you select it, yeah, it doesn't actually want you to let you put it down. It says blue, but it doesn't actually want to let you put it down. Because that'd be pretty cool. Because I could have done like some stuff along here and then put the road coming right into that. But at the very least, and I'm completely wasting all of our time, I could just have a road come right down like that. It connects up perfectly. And then I could put a truck stop even like this. We could just do a nice simple truck stop. That would just go sit right at the end. And connect. Yeah, that's perfect. Doesn't even need to be the road that connects. I could just stick this thing right in here. Like that, and then the road would just come down and automatically connect it, just like that, and then the road could connect across. That would actually look pretty good. And then yeah, so then all the fuel will be able to be trucked over here to the trains that will come out of here and get delivered down the line, and then the train station that's here will connect to have the food brought in to be sent out, and potentially one or two other things that might need to come up through here. There's a little bit of oil that could potentially get brought in here and brought up to here, and then the oil could be shipped up as well. Yeah, the food, of course. Oh, and then also, depending on how I set it up, there's iron all the way up this coast I'm going to want to bring down into this harbor. And that can go on the rail line potentially. I'm not sure if I want to have extra stuff on this rail line. It's what? It's fuel going down and steel coming back. So I could potentially have it run out of here instead of having it run out of there and just connect up to that. Or I could have it run up here and then make a turn up through there or something as well. That's probably not going to happen. But anyway, let's not digress anymore. We need to get things on the move. First things first, let's take a look at our harbor options. So we got these cargo guys here. Of course, we're going to go large and in charge. Large and 4 are not bad. My only thought is, I actually, because we're going to just make this thing big, I'm actually going to go with large ones and just plot them across, and then we can make our own configurations. And what I want to do is actually use some, because I want to have it obviously straight across. So I'm actually going to do some landscaping here. And I'm just going to come in here like this. Am I doing that right? What am I doing? Oh, I'm not doing it right. I thought I clicked on the thing. Okay. I'm just gonna make some straight lines across like this. Like that. A lot of money. A lot of money. Why is that not? There we go. Millions of dollars. Just because I'm being nitpicky. And then actually I knew to probably come in here a bit sharper. Let's come in there. We'll come straight down along here. Like that. And then I'm gonna come up in here. I think I'm gonna go like this. To be honest with you, and just have this all on the same level. Get that going like this. Probably could have done this before the video started because you guys didn't need to see me do this, but just gonna very quickly get this kind of all on the same level. Come across here like this, and then like this. That should be good enough there. So that's kind of the foundation for the harbor. And then that should do the trick like that. A nice deep harbor. I like it. We'll use the smooth tool later to make this look less abrupt, but yeah, just so I have a foundation. So now that I've done this, is that kind of parallel? What I'll do is I'll make the edge parallel based on let me just come on here. Or kind of parallel to that. Anyway, that's good enough, I think. So what we'll do next is come in here and start to grab these. And I'm just going to plop these. Actually, I'll plop one in and then just kind of configure them all, I guess, to that one. It might make sense to do one on the corner so that it will line, well, so we know that we're lined up. Let me just actually get it perfectly lined with this. Or as best we can. That looks pretty good there. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll put one. What you want to do is put it so that it's here. And then it can turn straight up as well. I think that's probably pretty good right there. And then I'll configure this with cargo. And we'll want it, if we can get it, to go just at the edge. The other edge though, not that way. Why doesn't it want to go here? Oh, there we go. Perfect. Is that the right one? Just that one doesn't have the yellow dashes, and this is looks. I guess this looks a little different. Okay. So then, if I were to go like this and like this, How does that look? Not too shabby, eh? And then we could go continue to configure. And we'll come in here like this. Like that. And then maybe we come in here like this. It doesn't want to go any further. Maybe there's a max distance you can go. Okay, so let's do this then. Configure and cargo. And let's put another... Oh no, we have to put the landing here maybe. Yeah, that's as close as you can get. Okay, so let's just put the landing in here for now. In fact, you know what? Let's go... We're wanting a landing... I'm not sure if we want a landing every single time. There. Yeah, I can make that decision later. And then now that we've got this, can I actually go in and configure this? No, it won't let me. Okay. Alright, so I have an idea. Let's do this differently then. Let's go... like that. And then this becomes the configurable point here, maybe? No, it doesn't. Shoot. I was hoping this... configure that would become the spot we could come off of, but we can't. So does that mean that I can't even... That sucks. Does that mean that I can't even use this? If I go like this and go like this, I can't even actually put a dock on that. Oh, that's brutal. So I'm going to probably have to change that. And what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to... See, I want to be able to come down here too. I'm going to put it like here. Oh my god, this looks so good too. And it sucks that there's a range on that. Okay, let's try this. Let's try this. Let's configure this. And let's put this back in. Actually, isn't it you put it back in the exact same spot? Let me try this. If I put that there. It's still saying configure off of this. It's still like, even though it's not deleted. Alright, let me try something here then. Let me go... Oh, that's not what I wanted to do at all. Okay. This is not working out the way I wanted it to at all. Alright, so this one was essentially like this. So I want to go over 1. That's right about where I want to be, right there. Just like that. Just like that. And then we'll configure this and cargo like that. And then we'll put that one there first. Then we'll come down here. And it still lets us put one to here, which is fantastic. And it's going to give us more range down this way, I would say, right? Like that. Oh, yeah, that's fantastic. What? Stop it. Now all of a sudden it's giving us the more range. When it was here, it wouldn't even let me get to here, but now it's like all the way out here. This thing is huge. And then we could... what I'm actually going to do is bulldoze that so that it doesn't in the way of us putting in these wherever I want. Because where I think I want them is... Let me just see where this is. So that not there. We have these points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. If I just did them out of the 3 points in the middle, 1, 2, and 3. Like that. What I could also do, which would be crazy, is put these one across each way like that, and then it would close off the inside part. I don't think I want to do that. What I could do though is potentially, could I go like this? It wouldn't let me put one at the end. I don't think I want that one at the end. I think that's a little bit too far out. I think I kind of like this in its size. It kind of gets the job done for me. And then we are going to go like this, and we need more cargo stations. Kind of like one on each end of each of those. And then I kind of like a couple next to one another there. I don't like that you can't do ones on the end of each of those. Maybe you can't get the midway point, because I can get the midway point here and the midway point there. Let me get rid of this. Because the problem is it's not centered on everything else, and it's just driving me nuts. And then right beside each other right there. And then we would need landings all the way around, where they're allowed anyway. And then we're pretty much done. Just like that. I gotta tell you, folks, it took longer to get there than I thought it would, because there was a couple of hiccups, but I actually like the way it kind of turned out. What I'd actually do now is go to the smoother and just maybe turn down the strength a touch, and oh, the wrong thing on there, and get the smoothing going. And just kind of smooth these edges out just a little bit. Let me go ahead and unpause it for a second. what you actually need to do, unfortunately, the smoothing always pulls it back more, and I want it to actually go in. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come in this way and add on some extra land. Add some extra land back in. Nice and easy. Just like that. After I spent all that money pulling the land away, we're dumping it back in. This actually looks pretty good. I actually don't mind not having it look beachy around the main area, right? Like it was, you know, they came in and constructed it to have a nice hard edge to work on. And then I can bring it around like this. And then we can grab the smooth tool and just kind of bring it back into a beachy area like this now. And kind of smooth up some of that edge where we were doing stuff earlier. Just kind of pull that back a bit. And then I like it. I like it a lot. There it is. So I mean, it's definitely huge. It is, but when you think about it, we're gonna have 1, 2, 3 bread lines going out. We're gonna have fuel. I mean, theoretically, it could be just one fuel line, but I probably will I might set it up as more than that because it's going to be so much fuel. It's going to be all the fuel. 4 cities of fuel are going to have to come shipping in here. So we could easily set up at least 2 lines or maybe even 1 for each individual line. And then get each line with a 400 capacity kind of thing. And then it's all kind of working. I like the way this water is splashing in here too. That looks really good. That is sharp. We clean this up with some roads and stuff. It's going to be fantastic. All right, I'm going to move on because we're much further in than I wanted to be, and I want to get some more stuff done. Let's go all the way over to Habas, and let's find a place to put a harbor. And in here, I think it's going to be right like this. Crank those up. I'm gonna straighten this out right here, like that. And where this train's coming in, I kind of want it to be just kind of connected right in there. And again, this is going to be it's not going to have to be nearly as big as the other one, because that other one's like a massive terminal hub that's going to hold lots of stuff. But this one's going to have fuel coming in, goods coming in. The lumber's going to come from down here, but the steel is going to have to come from here over to here. So steel's going to have to go in, and then the machines are going to have to go back out. And the machines will have to have the machines will come down here. Then we'll go out to probably a harbor that we're going to set up in. This harbor's here already. We could maybe make that a bigger harbor and then because we're going to want machines to go up into here plus skip across the Beerland, and then they're needed in Rangerton as well, which means that's another line that could potentially go to I don't even know, a harbor here, and then a train line that jumps onto this track and then does the pass through just like the Tools does. I don't know if I want to use that again, so that's probably where that goes. So we would maybe potentially even need another harbor here to do some stuff. So that's like potentially 3 lines of machines going out, and then the fuel going in, the goods going in, and the steel going in, times at least maybe 2 lines. So that's 4. You're looking at 6, maybe 7 lines. So it's going to be a fairly busy harbor. Not to mention, and that's actually just on materials. Don't forget, of course, that we're also talking passengers. So let's go in again here, and I'd like to make it at least 3 wide. Let's start off in what could, I guess, theoretically be the middle. Do we want to make this parallel to something? Let's see if we could just make it parallel. to this. Yeah, I don't know if I like that. I kind of want to make it go along parallel to the coast, to be honest with you. So let's just go like that. Yeah, I like this much better. And we'll stick it out just a little bit. Like that. And then we will configure, and this bad boy is going to be at least like that. And I kind of like the idea of having like a passenger terminal down on this end. Let me just think here. What kind of space do we have? Passenger terminal. You know what? Let's put the passenger terminal like that. And then let's go ahead and bulldoze that. And let's put this in here instead. And have it go out like this. How's that look? So then that way we could, because potentially I could see this for sure having 3, definitely straight across to Shepland, definitely down to Curryburg, more than likely up into Brompton. And then, you know, so that's minimum of 3. So that would be like 1, 2. Oh, I don't even know if we can get. Can we get one in there? I don't even think we can now. So that's only 2 slots right now. And 2 is the minimum, more than likely 3. So if we go configure, oh, we can get them there. Okay, good. Okay. So we'd be looking at something like this. I'll put one here, even though I don't think it's accessible. And then we want to come over here. I think I need to make this even bigger because that's passenger, and then I need at least 6. Do I need at least 6? Sorry, on the wrong thing. I think it's safe to say I need at least 6, right? That's steel going in, settings going out, machines going out. Get that nice and deep there. There you go. There we go. So, oh, come on. There we go. Configure and cargo. So another one like that. And then I think I want to go like that. And like that. Like that. And like that. That gives us a lot of options there now. I would say. Because that could be, like you could have one here, and then even if one on the outside here. Like that. Outside of navigable waters. And then there's 4 options along here. And then one main one here as well. So you can get, even if you just stick to this, 1, 2, 3, like one going this way. So this could be like the where the machines go out. You could do all the lines off of that. And then this could be the steel and stuff coming in. So you could have like steel coming in on one side, the goods and the fuel coming in on the other, or something like that. So that's pretty good, like I said. And then what I want to do here, and I'm not going to worry about making it perfect, but you want to grab kind of a level of land you like out here from the city, and you want to kind of bring it in. That might be well, I don't know. Yeah, that was probably too much. Grab something you like here. I should have actually probably leveled it out before I put this in. But actually, this isn't too bad. Let me grab this. It's not too bad at all. Let's grab this level. Oh, another plane. I'm going to pause up just a sec. I don't want to go too much. 1945 is going to be plenty of stuff. So what we want to do, I'm going to level this off here and come off of that level there like that. And then I'm going to I'm actually going to go like this and put this in here like this. Just a sec. You know what? I just had an idea. If I could figure this, what if I throw one more cargo off the end here? Oops. Like this. Outside navigable waters, and that's my fault. If I go like this, I can push this back quite quickly and easily and get that to navigable waters. Like that. Like that. And then like this. And then this, because I kind of like the idea of having stuff here, but that means if I want to have a couple landings I could go this way nice and easy, then we'll do that. And then the last thing we actually need to do is so we have the passenger here. Interestingly enough, I kind of like the idea of making it bigger, even though it's like off the edge there. Making kind of a big passenger area. I don't know why. I just do. I like it. And then the cargo. Maybe a couple here. And I kind of like one here and one here. And one down at the end like that. I don't know. Wish there was some more options, to be honest with you. I kind of wish there was more options for the buildings you could put on these, like kind of sub buildings and stuff, and you could just do a little bit more work, kind of like you can with the train stations and that. But just kind of want this to go like this and have that similar kind of a look to the other one we had going. Bring that out there like that and just have it just come in like that. There we go. And then it can kind of smooth back out in here like that. And then of course we're going to want to have it fairly level out here, and of course it's going up as well, so you're going to want to smooth like this so that you progress into that higher height in the city. Nice and smooth. And I'll worry about, in fact, what I'll probably do is in between episodes or something like that, I can update you, as I'll put in the connections in the streets and stuff like that. That's not a big deal. So I kind of like this. We could have all the connections in here and have a nice road that comes up. We can actually move that train station a bit and have a nice major road that comes into the passenger and then up into the heart of the city. Yeah, it looks good. I like it. I like it. Then we need a couple more, and this I'm going to do a couple quickies right here. So we definitely need Sheplin to have one, and in this case, if I just do a typical like this will be the passenger. Do I have the right one? No, passenger. And then this one will be quite easy. In fact, it looks like there's a perfect spot right here for it. And is that good? Yeah, it's not bad. I'm actually gonna have it come out just a bit more. Like that. And then I would probably just smooth back some of this. Try and get some of that moved back just so it's a little bit better. But yeah, that's a spot there. And then, like I said, what I would actually probably do is I don't like it when it's close like this. I'd rather them on the edge. I'd actually, and it makes more. It would have made more sense to just put in the one like this and then do the configuring from here. But it doesn't really matter. And so you go like this, and that actually, what I would actually do. You could do it like that, actually. The problem is when you do it like this, is you eliminate the inside track unless you made them longer. I don't know if I want to make them longer. Maybe I do make them longer. You know what I could do? Actually, I don't mind. Is if you go like that, and then like this. How does that look? And then the landings are, like, you can just kind of, like, plop, plop. I don't mind the look of that at all. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, but I like that. And then we will go with that and that and that. Oh, that's not in navigable waters. We'll change that so that it is. I can just push that back a little bit. Clean that up. Like that. And then you grab the smooth. You just pull that back just a little bit. There, like that. And then that well, this might not be navigable still, actually. Yeah, it's actually not quite navigable. That's fine. I wouldn't be. I had to pull this way back to get in there anyway. It makes no difference. We could have, if we would never have Currybird come in anyway. We could have Dogetopia come in and land here if you wanted. But there's probably only, in fact, there's the only places that actually get, I would say ever get connected is probably Dogetopia and Diablos anyway. And I'd probably slap those guys right here and here anyway. Yeah, I just have them come and hit there. So that's fine. Looks good. I like it a lot. And then in here, we would need... It's kind of hard to tell for sure because the train's going to come down and it'll split off somewhere in here and just dive into this area in order to make it the harbor going here somewhere. So I feel like I'd probably come in here, and I don't want to make it too close to the city, but I don't want it too far away either. I think this actually might be good. Residential still has to grow into here, and it can go up along here. Industrial, I'd like to kind of force this way anyway, so residential could stay going here, and industrial comes that way. And then residential still has all that. So yeah, let's go here. So I'm going to pull this back in here. Like that. And this one doesn't have to be too crazy. It's essentially just... yeah, this isn't even... Yeah, this is just two things. This is just the fuel and the goods that'll come down in here. So we'll grab a nice level of land that we like back in there. And of course a train station is going to come up in here eventually. So we can work around that. Might be able to do a kind of a cool looking feature here actually, now that I think about it. If the train station were to come up and just go just like that, we could have kind of like have the train station almost be part if we do it really kind of clever. So let's go like this and like this and like that. And let's say, let's do a little bit off center here for a second. Let me go like this. And let me configure this a little bit. Well, no, that's actually fine. Like that, actually. What am I thinking? Oh, that's not fine. that's fine like that. And what I was thinking is, if we really just need two things coming out of here, right? If I go like that and like that. Don't really need much more than that. And then we would go, see, this is the problem. So this is the thing, right? So we go like that, we go like that, and we would go like that. Put them on